Hello, welcome to Taekwondo Training. I'll be instructor for today's show, Bob Lemire. What I'd like to do on today's show, let's break it up and have some little fun. I have a putter here, a golf club. And, I think 8 trillion golfers in this world, so there's golf clubs everywhere if you needed to grab one and practice probably in your garage. You probably have a couple of sets or whatever. And you grab an old one. I have a putter right here. And what we're going to do is show you some self-defense using, say, a golf club. I have my trusty 3-iron here. I'm not going to use that, but you could. Same kind of, same idea. Any club, all right? Except maybe a driver. You don't want to be walking around with a driver. So you can use these golf clubs. I can use this as a walker. I'm taking a walk. Taking a walk down the road, taking a walk in the woods. I've got a golf club, all right? I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you could use it for self-defense, blocking, attacking, instead of swinging it like a madman. Right? That's the common thing if you're not sure how to use any type of weapon. You use it probably the wrong way that will have someone take it away from you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, say, an attack, and then we're going to use Taekwondo, whether it's a kick or a punch or a block, after the defense or the attack with the golf club. Okay. Again, this is nothing that you want to fool around with at home with the kids or with your spouse, significant other. Somebody gets hurt. All right. You don't want this implanted in the cranium by mistake. This can be used as an aggressive weapon where you get arrested. You can't aggressively go after someone with this. But if this is in your hand and someone goes to attack you, you're in self-defense. You got to do what you have to do. All right. Whether it's blocking or whether it's coming back with an attack, it's good to practice and know a couple of ways how to use it. All right. Especially if you have one and you're in your yard and you're putting around and you just want to get control of the club. All right. The thing is, whenever you have anything like this, whether it's a stick, a bow, small sticks, sword or whatever, you have to have total control of it. Because someone will take that away from you when you use it against you, all right? Or it'll fly out of your hand. Like I have to watch it with this. Again, we're in a studio. So I got to go kind of easy. I got to slow everything down in here. And the thing is, you want to be able to handle it. Not just by the handle. All right, when I say handle, not just by the handle. Be able to grab the club in any direction, all right, or any part of the club, so that you can move it around easily. And it's all balance. Everything we do in martial arts or anything we do in sports is a balance, all right? You get that balance, now you're not fighting gravity, you're not fighting anything, the weight of the club or anything. You're letting the club just dangle in your hands and you're moving it around. That confuses your opponent or your aggressor coming at you. All right, so say, like I say, look at it. What a beautiful handle. And they're all, it's a handle you can walk with, you're walking down the road. It's like a little cane. You get these on the road at yard sales for $1.50. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a million of putters all over the place, and you can find one. All right, so you could hold it this way, and when you swing like this, all right, you hit someone, you're going to hurt them. I mean, this is going to maybe kill them. So that you don't play around. If you had to swing, I would go midsection or I'd go low section. Always, like I say, if you're going to go that long way, all right, and we're starting basic here, all basic, you want to choke up. If you have it down here, you're holding on to it and it's waggling around. You choke up, as I always say. And when I say choke up with this, I'm going down to the bottom of the grip with one hand, and then I'm grabbing the steel part, all right, with my hand this way, so that I have total control, right? Once I hit, I come back. Notice that. Now that's a movement itself. You just, samurai sword, saba, all right, wah, right? All I'm doing is almost like throwing a punch. Now notice I'm going midsection, go low section. If I went high section, hit him here, it's a weapon. It turns into a weapon. The thing is, You got all these, and I golf myself. I golf my whole life. You're getting all these guys having a couple of beers on the course. I'm surprised there's not all out war out there. You know, somebody counting too many mulligans or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they all have clubs in their hands. A lot of accidents can happen with this. People get mad and they whack a tree. Sometimes they'll whack a tree because they're mad they made a bad shot. Then the shaft breaks in half. Now you've got a projectile with razor sharp. And when I say razor sharp, this thing breaks in half, you're going to cut yourself. That goes. People have actually died. It goes right through their heart, their friend's heart after they hit the tree. All right. Freak accidents, anything can happen, but you don't want to be hitting things with this. All right, like practicing against a tree or even a heavy bag, because you hit this hard enough, this will bend. All right, and break and snap off. They have graphite also, just as bad. Once that break in half, they splinter, and that's a projectile. So you gotta, when you're with anyone, the children. I don't even want children. Children shouldn't even touch these. Pay close attention to the safety. Safety is number one. You should do this alone, maybe in the yard. Don't even do this in the house. All right. As I say, this leaves. It's taking out the lamps. It's taking out your TV. In the yard, maybe. So someone's going to come and attack you. Right? Right? Midsection. I'll stay midsection, low section. Now, when you see how I'm hitting and then I come back, I'm ready. I'm not hitting and doing this. Right? They do that, and then all of a sudden, you're off balance. They're on top of you because they're going to either duck or try to move away. So you're here. Now you're in your fighting stance. You're minding your own business. You're going to be attacked. On the golf course or in the woods, you got your somebody wants to attack you, or even an animal. I don't know. And as I always say, slowly get into your stance, unless you have no time. But you see them coming. You know something's going to happen. You get into a little fighting stance so that you have total balance. When I say a tripod, look at it. I got a full tripod here with this. Now I have balance. Right? Here I don't have as much balance, any balance compared to the fighting stance. And the fighting stance is nothing more than your walk. So you stay in that fighting stance and you bend your legs. Right? All of a sudden, here comes the bad guy. Right? You come up. Right? And there's a million little exercises we can do with holding the club. I'm just going to give you maybe 5. As I say, you come up here, choke up now. I mean, it doesn't matter where you hit on the club. But if you hit this way, that's instead of the slapping against the whole putter, the slap is going to hurt and do a lot of damage. This is going to come in, it's going to break bones. All right? You hit someone, you hit someone here in the ribs are going to crack and break. No one's going to want to attack you after that. Too much pain. Down here by the knee. You get hit, everyone's hit their knee on the side of something. And you know the weakness, and you can't do anything but think about the pain. Once you do that, you run, all right? Unless they're going to keep attacking you, then you hit them and you hit them again. Or you come back and front snap kick. Right? Notice the front snap kick doesn't have to be high. Right? So if I came here and hit you anywhere in the body, we're not going to call the head. I'm going to keep the head out of this. Anywhere in the body, you've taken their attention. Bang. Right? Bang. They go like this, front snap right after. All right? It's almost like you're using it as a diversion. All right? A diversion. And look at what I'm doing. All right? I'm not swinging it. Right? I'm taking it. Wow. Wow. Block. So they're coming in. They have a stick, maybe a knife. Wow. Wow. Right? Holding it both this way. Right? So they come up. Block. Block. They're going to kick. Block. Then from here, look at it. So I can hold it this way, or I can hold it this way. Hold it this way, I get total control. Right? Right? 1, 2, 3. Imagine coming up under the jaw with this. You don't even have to practice that much. This is just basic. All right? So again, you grab your putter. I say go down to the end of your grip. Hold it with, and your dominant hand, if you're a righty, have your righty, the part that's going to do most of the attack with the head of the club, all right? You'd be stronger. And it's like if you're going to throw a punch and you throw a punch with your right and you're a righty, it's much stronger than your left. Same thing. And you can practice. Boom. Here's my punch. Boom. Right? All basic. 1, 2, block. Block for a snap. 2. Now I'm hitting also with the handle. All right? And if you're going along with me and you say, I'm going to try to check this out. Take the handle and touch the side of your head very lightly. It hurts. So I'm here. I'm going to save this guy a lot of trouble, but I'm hitting him with the butt end or your handle, your grip. A lot of power. A lot of power generated in that tip of the grip, which is you probably you want to use. Right? Anywhere you go, even if you go in the ribs, to the area where you're hitting, you do with enough power, and all the power, it goes right into the tip, which then explodes in that area. So it's not like slapping hard with a hand. It's like having that knuckle hit one little piece of your body, which all the power generates through that one spot. And the same thing here. All right? You got the back of the club, front of the club. The club, when you do this, the club should balance itself, all right? The putting part of it should balance itself so that once you grip, all right? See, when I pick it up and I relax, I'm going to get the back part because of the balancing. The front's a little heavier and it's balancing down, so it's nice and even, right? No. So I don't have to worry about turning it around. Just hold it and watch. You'll understand. Hold it. Okay? There's so many different exercises. Any exercise you do with your hands, right? Look at it. I'm just picking this up right now. Let it go for a second. You're like Zorro, all right? You're here. There's two or three people going to attack you, all right? So you're here. Peripheral vision. So say there's one person on each side and a person in the front. You look at the person in the front, but peripherally, you can see all three of them. All right, you can't see in the back. You don't have eyes behind by our head, but so you keep your eye on that. If you had three people that wanted to attack you, or two, what you want to do is check the weakest one, the smallest one, the one that you think would be the weakest for you to control a little, and you try to go in his direction so that everyone else has to try to follow, and you make them, you cut them off in between. All right, you're moving around so that you're not fighting three people. But if you had to when you're in this position, 1, 2, all right, look at it. 1, all right. I just made that up. There's an infinite number of techniques, all right, infinite number. You make them up as you go along. What I tried to do right there is to have my body flow. And when I say your body flow, make things easy for your body. Don't fight your body. If I went here, here comes natural. Here, look at it, I'm making this up. Here, boom, comes natural. All right? You're holding it this way, the butt end here. Look at it. Again, that hits your eye, that hits your face. Anywhere in the face, hits your throat, hits your midsection. All right, you're walking. I like walking like that, I feel. I think I'm going to start walking around with it with my putter from now on. People will ask me what I'm doing. I'll just tell them I'm going to play a quick 9 after. All right, that's all. I don't know, and I'm showing my age. Bob Hope would come on stage, and I don't know if I ever saw him on stage without a golf club. And I haven't looked into it, but I don't know which club he used. But people will always use something that they really love, all right? Whether it's a putter or if it's a But he always came on stage with his golf club. And if you watched him and he's telling his jokes, he had that thing spinning, and he would be moving it around. And I remember looking at him going, and that was part of his act, but they're cheap enough to get, as I say. You can find these anywhere, and never buy a new one just for walking, because any one of your neighbors that golf has probably 12 of these in his garage. All right, and it doesn't have to be a putter. All right, so your neighbor doesn't have a putter. You got a 5-iron or a 3-iron. Might be a little longer. Who knows? Not going to make much of a difference. Now I got a longer cane, but it's the same thing. All right. Put it in your hand. It's gonna flap this way. Right. Any way you hit with this club. Right. Any way you hit with this club, butt end here, or even snap into the face with this, lethal. And it's a weapon. You will be charged. I'm telling you now. If you would attack someone, if it wasn't self-defense. All right. So I always say that whenever I bring anything in besides just your hand. And even your hands and your feet. If I kick someone coming at them and I hurt them and they want to press charges or I really hurt them, I could go to jail for using Taekwondo if I'm the aggressor. So there's always something to think about. And once you have anything in your hand that's a weapon, almost anything you can put in your hand can be a weapon. Right? You can also hurt yourself. I can start whipping this thing around and bang myself in the face. All right? So you have to go slow, and you have to try to get some balance. All right? Work on stuff like this. Bah, 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 bah. 2, 3, 4. And see how I'm trying to get some kind of motion, some kind of relaxation, all right, some kind of flow. And I always say a flow. That your body just feel, it's like dancing, all right? Taekwondo, dancing. You're trying to keep your body balanced. You're trying to set yourself up for a next move so that any kick, any punch you throw, any block, you've practiced it so many times that something comes natural. You don't say, oh, I got to think of this. All right, I block. Now what do I do? It's too late. You have to block and make you move. Block and make you move. So if they came down, say they came down with their right, and I blocked like this and stopped them here. I can come down in the ribs. I hit them. The hands are up here. If they came down and they hit this, they're gonna hurt their hand. Maybe break it if they're coming in high. So you practice too. You're here, all right? Look at, and I'm not just going, not doing that. I'm here. Boom. Attack. Block, attack, all right? Almost like punching. When I do the block, they're attacking. Look at it, snap, snap, snap. And I'm doing without the hip jog. Then you'd snap with the hip jog, double the power. Snap with the attack. So easy, all right? So easy. And you just watch the show a couple times and just get a couple of the easy techniques I'm showing you now. Don't work on your own. Work on anything that feels good without hurting yourself. Keep people away. And I keep saying the same thing over and over because it's dangerous. People say, watch, I saw this guy doing it on TV. Boom, he took Joe's teeth out. He was too close to his buddy, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they had a couple of pops after they played around the golf. So you see someone that wants to start demonstrating, walk away in another country or something or another state. Get away from that guy because nothing but bad's going to happen. Let them work out. When you're going to do this, do it on your own. All right? I've been golfing. Probably, 40-something years. Mediocre at best, if I'm lucky. To be good at anything, you have to play a lot of it. And even if you play a lot of it, you're getting your days, good days and your bad days, just to stay into that fairway. But when you're golfing and you're practicing, you have total control of the club. You know exactly where you want to hit. All practice, all right? And you're using your hips. Look at golf and Taekwondo. right? So if you're golfing, you're using your hips, you're doing the exact same thing as we do in Taekwondo with our punches or our blocks or our kicks. We're trying to get the hip into it, all right? All of a sudden, here comes the attacker. Work on the hip. Boom, all right? They wouldn't think you could hold it like this. They're going to say, no, what's he doing? They think it's going to be, come on at me. And that's the thing. Yeah, I'll hit you. And all of a sudden, you got one shot. When you swing like this, you got one shot because you don't have any control. You have it in your hand here. You can block. You can attack. Okay? Jab. Then use Taekwondo or any kicks. If you come up and you start throwing attacks, then come low with a front snap kick, all right, or a front round kick after the attack, right? One. Yeah, I blocked. I went to hit. He's going like this because he sees this club coming. Now it means he's wide open here. So wow, boom, midsection because he's wide open. All right. I throw any kick. So any weapon that you ever have in your hand. When I say a weapon, you can use a roll of toilet paper and throw it in the person's face. You had a roll of toilet paper in your hand. This is coming to my head. I just make this stuff as I go. You throw it in their face, and they go, even if it's toilet paper, they're going like this. Once someone doesn't want to get hit in the face with anything, you attack. Their hands come up. You know that you should be wide open in the midsection or low section. Vulnerable areas, we have the knees. I don't care how much weight you lift, all right? The knees are weak. Your ankles are weak. Especially if you're a big guy, you're holding up all this weight. Your groin area, weak. All your joints have a weakness to them. Anything here up is complete weak, all right? I don't care if you see guys breaking boards with their head, all right? Your eyes are weak. Your nose area is weak. Your jaw is weak. Some people's jaws are stronger than others. All right? Obviously. Doesn't matter. The lightest punch hit when the jaw might be a little open, the slightest punch will break that jaw and dislocate it in seconds. Even a young kid could do damage to an older person, hitting them right, just by mistake. So you go for those areas. You don't go for the side of the arms or the side of the legs, which are going to hurt, but it's not going to slow them down like a broken rib. All right. So I just showed you a couple of very basic, a block, an attack, how to hold it. Right. Hold it this way. You can hold it any way you want, but I'm just telling you want total control, and this is what we call a choke. You can choke it here, or if you choke it here, now I have total control of this club, all right? And if I want to open it up, I can, all right? Now, notice I think I'm Zorro there. That hurts. That's you holding the heavy part, all right? And let the stick become sort of a sword. And you practice. Look at it. If I whack you in the knee with this, you're going down, all right? Just on the side here. It's a whip. But it's a whip with that snap. Just tap it. Tap it hurts. So if I come in, here, up, right to the knee, right to the ribs. I hit you in the head. That might not kill you, but it's going to knock you out and it's going to cause damage. All right? From here, all right? If you want more control, you choke. So to have control is the choke. What'll happen is, see the long shaft? That's a weight. And then the short part here, another weight. I'm balancing it off. So it's like I've balanced right into the middle of, I'm looking for the balance. All right? You see that coming at you, you're going to say, I don't know where that's going to hit me. You might walk away and say, all right, I'll find somebody without a golf club in their hand. All right? So, again, boy, that's a quick half hour. And I had no idea what I was going to do in today's show, driving here. I was going to do something else, and I looked back, and I saw my clubs in the back of my car. I said, let's do something different. Let's show them anything could be. Anything could be a weapon. Find the balance, hold it kind of this way, right? Almost like a bow, staff, or whatever. You kind of find the balance, and you've got total control of playing around. So you want to use it as a cane, go walking, that's fine, right? But know that if you had to, you could work some moves, right? And make them up as you go along. Get the center part. Get that, look at the middle, you all right? It's not, I'm down here and I have no control, because now all the weight's here. Get that center. On anything you're going to use as a weapon, find your balance, your centerpiece. Then you have total control. You're not going to end up using it against yourself. And like I say, if I start playing around with this and pop, there goes my two front teeth. I don't want any of that to happen. I want safety when you guys are training. But how many golfers are out there? Everybody's a golfer. Everybody knows a golfer. And everybody has golf clubs down, or their uncle or aunt or cousins. Hey, you got an extra set of golf clubs? Hey, do you have a spare putter? Yeah, I just want to go walking in the woods. I'm going mountain climbing. I like these people that go mountain climbing alone, completely alone. I don't want to go with 20 people. Right? Not that I'm scared of, I'm scared of bears. But you're walking up a mountain, and then you've got a stick. You got a total handle, right? Now you already know how to use it. It's got a lot of elasticity. It's not wood, which might just snap in half. So you have yourself a walker, and you have something that will protect your body. It's a weapon. All right? And as I say, it's inconspicuous because as far as I'm walking like this, you don't know I don't have a cane. All right? Pretty looking good. It's a good looking cane too. There's a Wilson. They'll say, "What do you got there?" I got a Wilson cane. That's what I have. And so practice. Do some stretching too. Don't just grab this and say, "I don't have to stretch because I'm not going to do it." You're going to pull some muscles if you start moving around. Stretch a little, like you would in golf. Right? And stretch, start off slow, and look at. I can feel my back cracking right now doing this. Right? Look at. And you'll be happy you did. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. We're on YouTube. We're on DATV. .org, Drake at DATV.org. I keep saying that wrong. And you can catch us almost anytime. Hundreds and hundreds of shows we have. You can go back and anything you want to like. But this was the Putter Golf Club show. So until next time, have fun and train hard.